Hello, good evening. It's been a big day today. I took my youngest that's just home from college. I took him visiting grandparents, and so that was kind of fun. It's always fun to see them light up. He doesn't get home often, and so just to have him around is good for us. And then, like I said, to have him be able to see people before he gets too busy. But that's maybe the blessing of COVID too, is that we're not so busy that we can't do those little special visits and such too. So just trying to get my iPad going, and if it doesn't come up here in a sec, well, then there we go. I was going to say that I was just going to go on. So tonight I am doing card number 2 for Kay Keelblock's virtual stamp party, and I'm kind of going off her list of what are some of the things that she was interested in seeing, some ideas, and then I also like to kind of pair that with what have people ordered and need maybe some ideas for, and then if I can tie in a third element, that would be like what is retiring and what can I show you some last minute things with, in case you've kind of been maybe on the fence about doing or getting something, or maybe you haven't and you want that one last idea before it goes away, because I usually don't bring out retired things, just current things from the catalog to work with. So I am using the Dove of Hope bundle. Let me get the card for you quick here. And hello, Lisa. Hi, Deb. And so this is my card, the Dove of Hope card. And so hi, Marilyn. And so the Dove of Hope bundle has always been one of my favorites. And so last night I used the Pretty Papers, a different paper, but from the same package, from the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. And so because it's half off, so instead of $15, and it's a more expensive paper set just because of the fun copper embossing on it. So instead of being $15, it's $7.50. So I checked that just to make sure in the pretty ornament pack yesterday from last night's card. I checked that because that was half price, and I wanted to make sure that everything that was on sale was available. And then I went later to enter in, because after I do my videos, then I post my card, and then I run through and list everything, and then I also put a link to my store, so if you just want to quick put things in your basket, it makes it easy to do that. And it won't let me bring up last night's stamp set, so that wasn't on sale, it was retiring, and it is sold out. So the Brightly Gleaming stamp set is sold out from last night, and I wanted to let you guys know that the punches are still available, as well as the pretty paper from last night, and then I'm using this again tonight. So it makes such a pretty background for the dove, and as I get my card switched around, I'll show you some other pretty things about it too. Hi, Ginger. So let me get started, and let me move my camera and show you here my workspace. There. I think we'll scoot it down just a little bit more, like so. Okay, so for the Dove of Hope bundle, what I'm using tonight that makes this kind of special, and I don't know with my lighting, I have some new lighting in my room here. I'm using the shimmery white cardstock, and I was hoping that that would show up. Maybe if I even show you like a full piece. I don't know if that'll, there, oh, look at, you can maybe see, yeah, the shimmer shine on the shimmery white. Hi, Angie. Hi, Leah. So, yeah, the shimmery white is kind of shimmery on both sides. So there you can kind of see it. I never know how the camera angle is going to pick it up. So with that, here is our Whisper White cardstock, and Stampin' Up! Is replacing this. The paper mill that made our original Whisper White that we've been going for decades with had to close down due to COVID, and so they have found something that is very similar, and our demos have tried it out, some of them, not all of us, and gave it a great thumbs up. So anyway, I didn't want to distract with that conversation, but this is our regular Whisper White. And then when I put the glimmery white against there, it's almost, oh, maybe you can even see the shimmer shine. There we go. It's almost like a little bit of a cream color, not quite as very vanilla as would be very vanilla, but it's got more of a cream tone to it. So sometimes I try and stray away from using white with shimmery white, just because sometimes it makes this look like a little bit oh, just a little dull or something too, yet there's the shimmer to it. So I like to let people know that if you are into being matchy about things. So my wrist is giving me just a little bit of trouble today. Not terrible, nothing to be concerned about, but running the Big Shot is something I didn't want to do on camera. So I'll show you all the pieces here that I've cut out after I kind of introduce you where to find the products. So if you like to follow along, whoops, here we go. Here is the holiday catalog. And so when we flip to page 13, here, you can see these are the dies. I'm using the detailed Dove dies. Those are on sale for 10% off, so a total of $29.70. And that's one of those sets that you go, do I want the stamp set? And even though it's retiring, do I want the dies? If you buy both the stamp set and the dies together, 10% off. If you want just the dies are 10% off. So it kind of gives you a little bit of thought that you can play around with that. But yes, both will be retiring. And I did check before I went live, and both of these are available, both of those products in the bundle. And then this will look familiar from last night. So this is that Brightly Gleaming Specialty Designer Series paper. Instead of being $15 for the pack, $7.50, so 50% off. So last night I had used, which one was it? This one, here we go, that design there with the copper showing. And so tonight I'm going to use, this one with the stars embossed in copper there. So half off there. So really, really pretty. So one side is more plain. I love navy, anything blue. So there is the, just kind of the plain blue or Night of Navy decorated side, and there is the Night of Navy with the copper stars. And last night I actually used these fun star designer elements, so those go great together, but I just didn't want to tie these in since I used them last night. Again, tonight I kind of tried to, and I just didn't like where it went, and so I scratched that. So yes, so you've been seeing me use a lot of the different designs from this, and the Dove itself has 3 different dies. You can cut out this one, and then of course the different dies to make that one tonight as well. Hi Julie, thanks for joining in. Okay, so let me set that aside. And like I said, I did all the die cutting ahead of time, and the dies that I used are the detailed Dove dies that I just showed you in the catalog that are now 10% off. And then also from the annual catalog, the rectangular stitched framelets. Those are the 2 dies that I put together for tonight's card. So when I go to assemble my card, what I've got here are the dies for the Dove. And so if you have this or get this, it's very simple really to put together. I was a little bit hesitant to buy it, but that lasted 5 minutes because I thought the whole bundle was so beautiful. So you'll need 2 of the full wings that cut out then like this. So 2 of those, and then you'll need 2 of the detailed wings that cut out like this. You'll need 2 of those ran through, and then just 1 of the body of the Dove. This is where my hand doesn't work the best, is picking things up. So we've got 1 of the body there, and then the little tail piece, and that is the piece that goes just underneath there to give you a solid tail, and that's over here. Little piece here is the little olive branch, which is always the fun thing to add. And usually I've been doing that because it's an olive branch, an old olive, but tonight I cut that out using some of that brushed metallic cardstock. And this is, let's see, last night I used it for the ornament, and so I'm just cutting it out from that same copper sheet from the brushed metallic cardstock pack. There's 3 different, there's platinum, gold, and copper, 3 different finishes in that brushed metallic, which is kind of nice because then you have a nice variety depending on what you're trying to coordinate your projects with. So all of those dies are in there. And then I cut out using the rectangular stitched framelets. I cut out this for the sentiment ahead of time. So I have that all done. So what I'm going to do next is tape down our pretty paper. So my card base, I took 8.5 by 11, scored it, folded it in half, and so it's going to fold this way like so. And so I'm taking my pretty paper and putting some of my seal tape on there like so, and putting that on top of my Night of Navy cardstock base here like so, making sure that's even. I want to make sure that Kay gets a pretty card as well as everybody else who orders through her party. And I just want to make sure here with my bone folder that it's got a nice squared. I feel like it's crooked. It is crooked. I don't like that. So we're going to see if we can peel that up. And it's usually pretty easy to peel it up. I always feel like people are just like holding their breath as I do this. But if I do it right away after I put something down, I can usually have good success with that, for the fact that it's kind of a gooey tape and it doesn't set up right away. So I think my fold was just off a little bit. And I never feel like bad doing this on a Facebook Live either, because I love showing you guys that not always do I get it 100% right the first time, and B, let's fix it, and I'll show you how to do that together. So there we go, just like that. It's back on. All right, so I've got that back on my card like so. Okay, so then the next thing is taking all of these pieces and putting that together. Hi Leah, hi Tori, hi Connie. And so what I'll do first is just take and put some adhesive on the body of my bird here. And then I just kind of set it aside. Well, actually, I'm going to build up these wings. And usually I'm kind of where I like things lined up. But this, to make the bird look fuller, I want it, instead of being lined up perfect, which I've always done, I kind of want to do just a little flare and make it just a hair off centered, just so that it looks a little fuller and gives the wings just a little bit more action and fluttering looking feelings. So hopefully you can kind of see that there. So I've not lined that up on purpose. And then same with these wings too. I'm just going to take my glue dots and press a couple glue dots into there like so. And I kind of start with it lined up, but then just kind of rotate it up just a hair, so that when it is laying flat, it kind of looks like it's already taken flight. So not like off too much there, but then kind of grades out of away from it as it flares out there too. Okay, so I've got tape on the body, so I can go ahead and put my wings that are spread out underneath there like so. And then I'm going to take and put a whole bunch of tape on the wings directly there. And then they're good to go on the top part of the bird like so. Oops, I just want to pull it away a little bit, up and away. There we go. And this gets sticky. I think we all have projects that are like that. And so I'm just going to add some more. And then we can put this right on our card like so. Okay, and I kind of want to leave room for the olive branch there and our sentiment. So I'm going to just take my glue dot again. Hi Cheryl, hi Joan. And so with that copper embellishment there from the die and the detailed doves, I'm just putting one little glue dot there that I just kind of wrap up the stem so that it kind of tucks in there, because there's not a lot of space to put on it, and it will kind of show if you have it, too much on there too. But that's all it needs, is one little glue dot there, and then it can kind of be free floating up there. And then that paper matches those stars perfectly, which I love. It's always fun how Stampin' Up! products coordinate. And that's, to me, the huge seller of why I ever started with Stampin' Up! Is coordinating wasn't my thing, and that really helped me. So now this is the first stamping I'm doing on this project, and this is the Night of Navy ink pad to match that. Oh, as soon as I moved that, I saw the tail. I need to get this tail on there. So let me just put a little glue dot. That's one thing you will want is glue dots when you have this. You will want to put that. And I put this one so that it's pretty much centered behind there. I know I kind of made the leaves off a little bit to flutter, but I kind of want that tail in the body to be right behind there. And then when the actual top part flips up, that'll give it some 3D imagery, but I want that to be underneath there. And then from the stamp set, I love the sentiments. I love the font. It's such an easy style to read. And this too, I ahead of time took the stitched rectangle dies and cut that out of that shimmery white too. And I'm hoping that the camera maybe can catch that. I think almost the more lights I have in my stamping studio here kind of sometimes maybe gets away from that, and maybe because it's nighttime too versus the day. So I'm just going to stamp peace, joy, and love out on that, and I'm just going to set that aside to dry just for a second. It's not that it takes too long. And then I'm going to work on the inside while that dries. And here you can kind of see the difference between there, the Whisper white that I'm going to use for the inside, and then the Peace, Joy, and Love. So this has a little bit, with the shimmery, a little bit of a vanilla tone to it, but not totally vanilla. And I didn't do this. You could, if you're really into having your Christmas cards be so special, you could have your inside be a shimmery white too. But if you're like me and have a huge family, I send out usually over 100 cards. And so sometimes to cut costs, I just put in Whisper White in there to save on that. So then I'm inking up. There's a nice ornament in the stamp set. And then the sentiment and hope in your heart. There's lots of sentiments to use in there. So I put them on the same stamp. So that way when I go to stamp it out, it's all together. One stamp, and the inside of your card is all done. And so with that, I made sure that I stamped off just a little bit so it really looks like that ornament is hanging, which is always fun and helpful and makes it look realistic. So now I'm going to go back to my sentiment and put that on with some dimensionals. So I'm going to put about 3 dimensionals here across the back like so. And so my boys, my 2 college boys were home, and I was finishing up my sample earlier, and I sometimes ask, okay, what do you guys think? Do I add this? Don't I add that? And so we were like torn half and half how to finish the card. And I didn't really want to add any more embellishments. Like I said, I thought about bringing in the fun star elements just because they're copper and it goes so well with that paper, but it took away from the dove, and I thought the dove looked so nice. I wanted the dove to look nice and special, so I thought, nope, I am not going to do that. And so the part that I wasn't sure if I wanted to, and you guys can tell me, and there's no right or wrong answer. So here is card A without the ribbon, and B, I'm going to add ribbon to tonight's card. And this is that iridescent ribbon. It's from the Snowflake Splendor Suite. And it's just kind of takes on whatever color that you're working with. So it's kind of pretty, and it has some bluish tones naturally kind of in there. We do have Stampin' Up! Has that pretty white satin ribbon, but that has a silver edge to it, and silver and copper, I just couldn't do that together on this card. So I thought if I wanted to add ribbon, this is going to be the ribbon that I was going to add. So one boy said yes, one boy said no. I wasn't sure. My husband's like, well, yeah, maybe. And so he wasn't sure. So I thought, okay, I'll have you guys vote. You guys have to chime in and go, okay, card A or card B. And I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to say, A without ribbon or B with ribbon, and then whatever one you decide when I'm ready to post my card in just a few moments after my video is done, then that is a card that I will post as my sample, either the one with the ribbon or the one without the ribbon. So there is with the ribbon. So like I said, the Snowflake Splendor ribbon, iridescent. Here we go. This ribbon, in case you like to find that. And then let me quick tape the inside of the card into that as well with my seal here. And so we've got that in there as well. And I think the ribbon sometimes is kind of fun, like even for the inside, because you see that pretty iridescent shine on the inside, like so. So there we have it. So just want to tape down that a little bit more, like so. So that is card number 2. And you guys can let me know which one you like, that one or that one. So that is card number 2 for KQ Block's virtual party. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. All right, let me get my camera switched around here, like so. There we go. And so that was card 2. Tomorrow will be card number 3 already for her party, and I already have some ideas what I want to do with that based on her list that she gave me, which is kind of fun. So and then the fun thing about it today, thank you Cheryl, Lisa sent me a text, and I love these texts, and that text was, hey, I got my celebration catalog in the mail today. I don't know if anybody else got their celebration catalog or brochure in the mail, but those should be arriving then soon. Usually when one person says, hey, it arrived, then the next person chimes in and such, but Lisa so far is the only one. Thanks, Lisa. And so then soon the occasions catalog or the next spring catalog should be showing up for you too. So keep in mind that those two both go live January 5th. So don't get too excited. You can set them aside, enjoy family Christmas time. That's what I want to do more of this year. Now that I need to be resting some, I want to have some game nights and just be more focused and do some more supervising in the kitchen. The guys have been great with cooking, and it's fun for me to buy the ingredients of their favorite things and then help them make it. So it's kind of a reward because they like to eat it too. So yeah, so let me know though if you guys are getting those fun catalogs before the busy holiday season hits, because it might be just that lull before the storm that you need to enjoy some peaceful, quiet moments of looking at the new products before they go live. So have a great night, and I will be back with you guys tomorrow. So see you then. Bye-bye.